So we ended up getting a box in the mail not too long ago. And this is actually something that we're really excited for, that we've been waiting on for quite a bit, but kind of expensive to get. And it's gonna make a big difference whenever we start putting the go-kart together. So this is gonna be the first edition of really big power. Better $300 bill. This is gonna be the first big edition of power to a degree that we have for the go-kart. And let's see what we get. Let's see what it is. So right here in front of me, we have everything we should need for live axling the go-kart. Let me show you what we got. This right here are the two hangers that you need for everything else. You got the straight axle that goes across from wheel to wheel. You got a new sprocket, new chain. These are the bearings that hold everything together into these hangers. These hold everything in place as far as horizontally. And then we also finally got a mechanical brake. This should come in handy, really, really handy, considering we only had a cable brake last time and that wasn't very good. But we need to get this installed so that we can finally get building on the go-kart. This is the first step of the new go-kart. Now that you guys see what we have, let's get it installed. So first things first is we need to put these hangers on. This is what is going to mount everything else to the live axle. And I want to put it basically exactly where the original was. But to do that, we need to create kind of a little 90-degree angle here for this to be able to sit completely. We could probably weld it on there and call it a day, but I want this to be structurally rigid. So we need to create first a little 90-degree bend right here. That way we're able to put this on both sides. So let's start with that. So if you saw the last video, you might recognize this piece. This piece was actually installed on the back end of it. And instead of just letting it go to waste, I think we're gonna reuse these curb dents to make that extra piece that we need to be able to weld the brackets onto. So let's get to cutting. Let's cut this piece apart and then figure out where we need it to go. So, as you guys can see, different environment. We actually got rained out, snowed out for like a week, so a little bit delayed. We are still on the process of making the two little notches so we can mount the live axle at the back. And we're currently just fitting them up, that way we're able to make it fit correctly. And this is all just so we can put the hangers so that we can actually install the live axle and see where it's going to fit. After these, it should be a pretty simple job, but this is probably the most time-consuming task because I want this to be correct. So, I'm gonna get the tools out and then we'll continue. I might have made it too short.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Will we fill it in?
We'll deal with it. Probably gonna end up holding it like that. Vámonos, perra, ira. Not perfect, but whatever. Soy bien pinche verga. So now that we got the base plate welded, we have two brackets or two hangers that we need to install. They are a little crusty, but don't worry, we're gonna paint this whole thing. But we got these two hangers that we need to install. They are gonna go right above where we just fixed, so I need to clean up the welds just a little bit to make sure that they fit. And then we're gonna partially assemble everything so it's straight and then install both of these. Let's get going. So, the way we're going to do this to mount the hangers so that they are correct is I'm going to put the live axle in place and kind of set it where it needs to be set. Hopefully with some clamps, hopefully with the help of my beautiful lady, and put these all together. But to put these together, they gave us little brackets and they gave us a bearing with some screws. All you do is this bracket goes on one side, kind of line it up, bearing, other bracket on top, kind of match the holes on one side of it, and blah blah boom, it becomes like a gyroscope type thing, which is really cool. And you kind of tighten bolts to it, and you kind of tighten bolts to it. Beautiful. And now with both of these set up, one of them is going to sit on either side of it, and then we're going to figure out where we need to place it. I think they go fix it. That makes the most sense. Boom, and just like that, we have installed live axle. Now, I know what you're saying, this is going to be kind of a clickbait thumbnail, but that's perfectly fine because we don't want to mount it yet. We are still waiting on the engine. Still going to be a surprise because I don't even know what it is right now, but it's coming. We are also going to wait on front suspension to make sure that that's going to sit right where we want it. That's actually going to sit probably about 2 inches lower along with this. But the only thing we got left for this video is to finish welding this up. So we're going to weld this up, we're going to clean this up, we're going to make this look nice, but I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.